This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element, it's evident that this level to the game. I'm in my element, flow is like water, I'm forced to a fire, I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth, following God, and you grind it, you do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center, word to spike me. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element.
Okay, what's going on YouTube? First video back since getting back from the World Championships. Had a great time over there. As a lot of you may know, I came tied 5th out of 128 starting out. And today I'm just going to react to, well, all of my shots, well, as many as possible. I edited some out, make myself look better. It was just too long, to be fair. I was going to do every shot. Thank you everyone as well that messaged me after I got back and whilst I was there. It was incredible. I had so many messages. So we'll start this out. This was my, well, not first shot, but third shot of the first round of the first day. So this is top 28.
Setup where they had to use a T-claw to screw it in. And so I think another element to this is guys kind of fit in Hope Sound.
Yep. So I need this ball to not have an OB set first.
Not only competitor, but promoter, and he'll be in the senior division as well.
Yeah,
started well.
I'm shocked. I'll never forget the first time I saw someone go 400 yards. He was very humble, said he was the greatest hitter Euro has ever seen.
He did say that, yeah.
We'll just start putting words in his mouth. Yeah,
American.
Yeah, they're talking about when I was in. I did a bit in the booth the day before.
But no, a very humble guy, and
no, I definitely didn't say that.
So
really great swing.
So if you look, this was second set. I just thought get some balls in play now after going OB.
You know,
I mean, unconscious.
Yeah, Zach Holton looked great, and I said one of the favorites.
I was also playing around a lot with shafts.
But Owen Meeds, there we go, starting to clear it a little bit there. 221.
That second set, I moved to the TPT and just hit it so much better, and then I went straight back here to the one I was hitting before that I didn't hit very well. And look, 5 balls OB, so I need this to not go OB again.
Did he put up 226?
225 plus. But yeah, Owen Meeds, I said this is you know, it goes back, reads a text message. I would use a different setup. I know that this one's in play.
Yeah.
But like that second set, he was locked in.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's more of like a control. Let's get through today, kind of.
Those
swings looked like it was more.
So what Eddie Fernandez was talking there, what he said was spot on. I was just trying to kind of get through to the next day. I was just kind of guiding my drives way too much.
Down the steps.
So look, I went back to the other setup here.
It was signing autographs and everything. So. Just kidding. I didn't sign any autographs. No
just taking photos. That was it.
Just taking photos. So Owen goes back to a different setup here. Still, like I say, he's struggling right now. The good thing with Owen is that he's fast, but he's got to put some balls in play right now. And he's going to put himself in a tough position. Kid's got a ton of talent, a ton of speed, and he's got good dispersion too. Like he's not hitting like these massive hooks or draws. Like it kind of looks like he's guiding it just a little bit. Just guiding it. Like right now, doesn't it? It almost seems like he's jamming himself. Like he's a little bit too close to the golf ball. The kid's tall. He's like 6'6", 6'7". Get off the ball just a little bit and just let it go.
Just a little bit lower. I mean, one of the things here is that can be one of the most frustrating things is when you're not losing it way left or way right because. You're doing something good like that one right there. Hopefully that cuts in, but
it's fighting down that right side. But look at the ball speed. Just those the little bit difference in shaft.
So that last one there was basically just a swing I'd do on the golf course. Just trying to get it in, get some points, better than none.
D20. It's a really stable shaft. It's just
so yeah, I came last in that set.
It's just a little bit different.
But I got the ball in play, so I got 25.
Immensely, so Owen Meeds is going to have 425 going in. He's going to put some pressure on himself. And
I was definitely under pressure early on.
Owen has to hit the ball in play.
And we've talked about this several times. What do you do in this situation, right? Do you just kind of...
He's got to go. Swing hard.
Do you dink it and put it in play? But we've seen him kind of guide the ball, and that has not done well. And so I want to see him go full throttle on this one.
TJ Baker has looked awesome.
So
I mean, he's
I
looked, you know, out of
changed
the 80
shaft
hitters,
pretty
he's
much
looked,
every
I would
set,
say,
and I'll
top
swap in
5
between.
out of all the
At this
hitters
point,
today.
Without a doubt.
He really has.
Yeah, Owen
Justin.
Meeds
Yeah.
on this one. I want to see him release all the way because he's kind of
I
stopping.
felt confident that I could get through, so I just
Halfway
wanted
at
to
the
figure
end
out
there.
what setup I was going to use for the rest
So
of
you
the
got
week,
TJ
or the rest of the
Baker.
event all week.
I mean, Colton Castro today.
There it
was,
is.
He was like smoothing it at 215 all day. Castro looked awesome. We got Meeds with the ball in play. Trevor Scott has to win, I feel. I mean, he's in the lead currently. So that would put him at 625 points.
Oof.
And you can say he's going back and forth with clubs, so he's trying to figure it out here.
Oof. I like that one. Maybe a little smidge high. Switching clubs here.
Trevor Scott is OB left. Schmuck is OB left. Meeds is in the lead.
Yeah, he had that last ball a little bit too high with the wind being straight into.
OB right.
So I got lucky this
TJ
round
Baker
for
goes OB,
TJ
which
Baker
leaves the
going
door
OB.
open for
That
Trevor
helped.
Scott.
Ball back
I think I was
Kyle Berkshire.
already
That's
through
gonna
at that
be
point, but that
a
helped me get
big-
through.
If that one stays
So
under,
this is
that should
day
be a good
2,
number. But look, Candela
first
block
set.
of 18-year-olds.
Him with Kyle
404.
Berkshire.
California, I love it. 404. Attaboy.
And we've got wind moving.
So when I was on the
Berkshire
range
at 4-4.
warming
Right
up
to
for the
left.
second day, I
I saw
figured
that
out
with
that I was
Berkshire's
just hitting the
swing
TPC
there.
so much better.
That
Kyle
ball.
takes
Those
the
first
lead,
two
but yeah,
balls there, I
Dylan,
was just
I
making
mean,
sure I was getting
that's
it
what
in the
I'm talking
grid.
about. Just
I
hit
didn't
the
want to
center
go
of the
OB
club
2
face,
days
and
in
I
a row.
remember texting even Zubak a couple days ago. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Dylan makes a top 32 just because of his ball striking abilities. Granted, I haven't seen him hit too much with the long drive club, but I've watched him hit golf balls, and he knows how to fly a golf ball, and he's young and he's strong and fast, and I mean, he
Now, if you just look at my speeds with the TPT as well, this is first set, and I'm already at 216
long and lanky
and above.
And he's like 170.
So it was so much faster than the Patterson.
404.
Just wasn't confident because I hadn't had it that long before I went out there.
Looks like that one's going to go OB, but
I'd never used it
right now
in an
for
event
Kyle,
before I went
just
out there,
get
so
some wins on the board.
I felt like it was a risk not to do that, but I think this
will
was
do
5
that
out
at
of 6
414.
first set in play.
Mr. Berkshire with 200. Dylan Block at 404.
Yeah, it was, so
Owen Meeds at
that
401.
boosted my
and even
confidence
Industry
massively. I
77.
felt like I could
So
go at
I
it a
was
lot
looking
more
at
after
a few
this.
hundred autographs.
Yeah, I saw you having to take some selfies there. You were asking the fans,
Yeah, no, I asked for their autographs.
217, but I think this one just missed. I think I had a ball in already in this set.
Big shots.
He's got his parents here. Awesome people.
I'm surprised that
So
fifth ball
this
didn't
set,
stay
I
in.
actually
I mean,
got
it
beat
looked like it was
that
in.
last ball by Bobby there. Got
I like the
391,
profile
and he
of
beat
these
me by
shots,
1
you know,
yard.
but
A little bit, which drops the toe of my club down, and then I kind of leave it open.
That's a
to the
bad
right.
swing. I
And
think
so I was
just
just trying to
massive
do
toe.
kind of a full, complete swing where I was hitting all of the points of my swing. But
There's my
definitely it felt
UK
like
buddy,
whenever I
James
tried
Brosnan, in this
to
group.
go after it.
but it
He
would
would have won.
There was a 425
So-
guy there,
Yeah.
but
This
Yeah,
was
it
actually my
was
best set of the
Landry got
week.
knocked out. That
So there you
Jim
go, I'm
Walker
finally
knocked
over
out
220.
Wilson Jr. And he came back. He was down and then hit a really good ball.
James
And
also hit a great ball there.
couldn't, what Jim's ball, it was 398, I think. It was
Yeah,
really,
398.
really, and there
It
was,
was.
380, so it was really bunched up. So I went out to on the tee box just trying to think, put a ball in play, which is like the worst thing in the world when all you're trying to do is just put a ball in play. And I think I missed my
Day two
first
was
three balls.
definitely
The fourth
my
ball I
best
put in
hitting
play,
day.
and
I
then
struck it
tried to
so
ramp
good,
up,
and
I hit a good one my last ball.
I felt like I was hardly missing the fairway.
Yeah.
Someone
And it was
kicked
a
my
little
flight
low,
scope on the
but
way
kinda ran
past, it turned
I
out.
think it was, like a 390 or something like
They
that.
let me know
But
afterwards.
in my situation,
think that was a
where
good
I'm
ball
the
anyway
the
that it
fourth
missed.
seed in that group. I'm in that last group with 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all of those guys are 220 plus guys, Seb and Martin
Oh, yeah.
and Sean. And so if I don't get my work done in the first 4 sets, that fifth set it's almost impossible sometimes just
Owen
because they're
Meeds.
so good.
It's like in that group, you got
436.
people that are 220 and then like a world
They skimmed
champion
past my
and another
436
world
very quick.
champion.
I was quite happy with that.
yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, you had Costello, Jack Smith, Price for Plank.
This last
And,
ball was half decent as well.
It seems
Zach
like
Colton.
Zach
Yeah.
Colton seems so long ago, but Price for Plank was fighting for his life. He had to win and he won. And we're starting to see some 400-yard drives now.
Yeah, this
There you go.
Owen Meeds, first time I saw him was
is
in
Craig not hurt?
Germany in May, and he was just. I think the only thing sometimes with Owen is that he gets a little too confident, and he kind of starts I don't know if he loses focus, but when he is like, I'm going to put balls in
So that's
play,
Ryan Reeves back saying
he
that.
just seems to just walk through the field.
Sorry, Jimbo, but I beat you by
Hate to see
18
the
yards.
injuries, you know.
Anyway,
Yeah, the
Ryan
turf
Reeves
is
back
still
saying that he
wet.
thinks I might get overly confident. I think that
3 straight wins,
some
so
of the
they will be in the
Americans
round
just
of
take,
32
because
as
they're very
expected.
confident people, they
Owen
took that because I was calm, I
Like
was
this ball from
High
Owen.
confident.
ball.
This ball's
Yeah.
perfect. I mean, that's
Absolutely
like
perfect.
And
That's
the
like a
middle's
ball.
paying off, too. He's
Yeah.
hit that right down the middle.
that's what Kyle Gabbard's shot looks like,
Yep.
but higher.
I was
like
gonna
the
say
yellow,
a little bit higher.
The yellow goes a little higher.
It misses.
I also hit
His-
quite a
his-
half
his
decent ball in this
profile
set as
shot,
well.
He's going to be dangerous.
I think
His
it was
spin
this
is
shot
only
right
about
here.
2,000 right there, and sometimes that ball is not holding up in the air as long.
Yeah.
He's-
2,500
see
here.
My
we go, and
fastest
he
swings
climbed
of the
ladder.
week were about 154,
Owen Meeds is hitting
155.
some bombs right
I had
now,
a couple
but
misreads at
Matty
164,
Nichols,
but I'm not going to claim them.
He is
He's start-
feeling it. He's locked in.
He's going
And
back
he
to
is
back.
Matty Bombs.
Matty
Owen Meeds'
Nichols in this
third
set
ball
as
was
well.
farther.
He was
There's
screaming
no
after
doubt.
every shot. It was
If not, I quit.
felt like he was screaming for me.
really
I was
quit.
quite enjoying it.
Man, every time that the
Great
screen
ball by
kind of
him, though.
flashes when it resets or refreshes,
Yep.
Get a little nervous.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
wait, it didn't
What
change. The
happened?
number didn't change.
All right, so the number didn't change for ball number 3 from Owen
They're
Meeds,
probably
which
going
was
back to find
absolutely perfect. He hammered that
That means they're
ball.
running towards the green.
Yeah, that's
He
always a
spun it
good
at
sign.
2,500. He ate 8 million miles in the air, and it went 216.
I like the consistency out of Reed Russell. He's been hitting some, every set.
They might have to check the hole. He might have hit it in the hole at 455.
They're going to have to take your belt away because he wins everything.
Yep. We said if you hit a hole in one
You win.
here before the creek or down, literally, they might
Yeah,
have
you
to
can-
check the hole.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
here
at
or there,
first on this
you
drive, they missed it because
The open,
apparently
you
it flew
see here, and the other
419 and they
one's
never saw it land.
I can identify.
And I
it.
told the spotter behind me, he didn't see it. I said
They
it's
were
straight
still
down the
waiting for
middle,
that
so they
ball
started
three.
running back for it.
Sometimes that's a really good sign.
It's a great sign.
Yeah,
It's in the
they'd
hole.
forgotten about it for a little while. That's why
Check
it
the
took so
green.
long.
That's when they say
There
you
we
don't
go.
see it, and you say that you need to go back then.
Yeah.
Walk back. 408, Reed Russell.
436
There
in
you go.
back-to-back sets as well.
436.
Okay, I'm not going to quit.
Yeah.
Talk
That
about
was-
consistency.
That was a bomb. He would put himself at 425, tied with James Brosnan if he does win. Owen Meeds is safely
Ooh,
in.
I like this one by Owen Meeds if that one stays in.
And I would say TJ Baker is going to be really dangerous if he can figure out how to just tighten up that left to right, because he's really fast. And I do like his ball flight, that little left to right.
Yeah, you think my
on this
419 is good here. I didn't win the set.
There's Owen coming in at 419. Very
Good
good.
ball.
He's tough, man.
Yeah, he's good. These conditions suit him well.
There you go.
And I think
TJ Baker, he's hitting 224s,
TJ
223s
Baker.
out there, so he was
He is
rapid
gonna
this
be in,
weekend.
and if
But I
James
managed
Tate
to get through to the next day.
has had
There
a
you go,
an
round of
easy run
32
here
now,
to the round
hitting
of
with Jimbo.
32. He just needs to
Scottish
start
Jimbo.
putting balls in play. Looks like that one's going to be Obi Wright.
he's a lot of fun to watch, especially once he's getting hot and how he celebrates is. It's good.
Big ball down the left side for Casto.
Oh,
That
I
one
like
should
this
stay in
one
play.
by
Flynn.
Brandon Flynn. Shout out to Taylor Crosby, both of our instructors.
All right. And what we've seen so far are a lot of balls in play today. Tate
There we
with
go.
a bullet, 218. Beautiful profile right here. 2,400, spin 145, 218. That is a center punch golf ball. Meeds with another tight
This
draw
was
down the middle.
the first set
Another
of the
one
day.
draw
down
I
the
I
middle.
don't think it was
Here we go,
early, but I
boys.
think it was in the morning still, and I just couldn't get myself
412
moving in the
James
first
Tate,
set.
longest
I was hitting
drive
great
so
golf balls,
far
but
of the day.
I went hitting them
Makes
very
it look
hard.
so easy.
Triple T. Everybody just tell him what his name is on the chat because we all know it, and believe me, I want to say it. I am so sick and tired of calling him Triple T.
Final set today.
I really needed to get the
Maybe.
ball flight up as well. There's mounds
All right,
out
big
there
ball
that
from
are
Casto,
about.
225.
Well, there's mounds
220
at
down the right
360,
side. That one stayed in the
380.
air forever. Casto with
So if
a
you didn't carry
rocket.
him, you just weren't
Owen
going
Meeds
anywhere.
as well.
Flynn with 3 out of 5 in play. Meeds with 4 out of 5 in play. Casto 398. But Tate, that high little cutty
Just thin
at
down the middle.
2,500 spin.
I was
Meeds,
desperate as
little
well
thin.
when I was going out there because in Canada I did 5 out of 6 a few times. I
Look at
really
these
wanted to do
numbers
6
here.
out of 6 in one set.
412, 398,
Didn't pull it off, but I had loads of 5 out of 6s,
390.
which I was quite happy
It's
with.
getting hot here, and it hot.
Especially as I
And
started this event OB
The
the
boys
same
are
as I did in
involved.
Canada. Okay, so second set now
We're overcoming our
with
fears.
Big
Sure,
JJ.
you killed
We
that
are.
lead. You even ad-libbed a little bit.
I did. I didn't read everything off.
Elevated
that.
it.
The letters just started turning into like whatever
Numbers and
yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
Owen Meeds, 385. I like his last shot that he just hit. Waiting for a
like
number
this
of that
ball
one.
from JJ. If that one stays in play, even if it's not, that's the shot that I like from JJ right there. That one was a good one, right? Oh, is gonna stay in? That's the question.
When
Another good
I
one by
the
Owen Meeds,
TPT,
locked
once
in
I
right now.
had hit a few
215.
shots of it and got the hang with it, I
JJ's
couldn't.
If that
It
was his
felt
fourth
like it was
ball,
on a
there we
string.
go, JJ.
So I didn't
There
quite
we
take the win there.
Snapped
JJ
his
hit
third off.
400,
Mr. Borgmeyer was perfect.
so I
An
got a
awesome
second
shot
there.
here. Wow, that one went OB? No, that was his third ball. Okay.
Hitting with Lenny
Waiting on
this
a number
time,
here
Aaron
from
Lenny,
Martin.
Like this one by Owen Meeds.
my Irish buddy.
217. He's climbing the speed chart as well. You know that he can go 220 pretty
Ooh.
easily.
Martin Borgmeyer, I really
Yeah.
like this one.
And it just looks like he's 4. Ball number 4 was a little bit slower, though. But he did do the club
So
twirl.
here I hit a cut, well not a cut, a little fade on these
There's
next
no
two
way
shots.
ball 4 was OB.
Matt was in the
So
stands
maybe ball
behind
3
me and he
was
said,
OB and they just put
like, because
413
obviously I
on the
didn't think
board.
about these things, that the wind was left to right. And obviously if you're hitting it
Once
against
again,
the wind, you're going to
we're
lose
looking at
distance. So I was trying to
these
fade it
flights
with it.
Tracers.
Managed to do
We're
it
doing
these
the
next
best that
shots,
we
but
can here in the booth to
didn't gain
determine if the
anything
ball's
from it.
in play or not. We kind of have a good idea that it is. But when you see those balls kind of leak out right, they're flirting with
Martin
that line
there
just
trying
like a
to
ball
fade
like
it.
that. That one definitely is OB, you know. But if it's like
Well, I guess I
a
gained 2
half
yards
inch
on that
to the
shot.
left,
but
we're
not
not
enough
sure.
to
But
take the
Borgmeyer
set.
in the lead right now at 413. Big set here for Seb Twiddell because
Yeah,
right
see,
now
that
he's at
club head
25
speed,
points.
160.
A win for him would put him at
Misread,
225
sadly.
with 3 sets to go.
I like
One
this
day.
one by Owen Meeds
One day
as well.
But if Johnson or Judah win, they
There's
will
the
be
guy
in.
I
They
hate
will
the
punch their
most.
ticket
If you know, you
to the
know.
round of 16.
You'll find out soon anyway.
Owen Meeds would do well to
I
have
really
win
needed a
here.
win here.
Yep, 215, 151. Just looks a little low for Owen Meeds. 1,700 spin. It's going to be a number for
See if
Owen.
he gets any roll.
Yep, 388. And we can say that's a miss hit.
It's a great miss it.
Yeah. You know, it's not even a miss hit. He just needs to change the flight. He needs to get his launch up just a tad. Like where that ball
That's
is right
100%
there.
a
Just little
misread. I've
bit
just
more.
noticed that.
Not 3,200 spin.
163.7.
He just hit a little bit higher for Sam. Let's get a little critical. Boom, 93. I think if he goes another 20 feet in the air, that one goes 400.
We got a
Sean
hot back
Johnson.
from Sean Johnson. He likes this one.
Yeah.
I hit a lot of balls like that
There we go.
all week,
They said
and I was
Judah
trying to
is
get it
climbing a little bit,
higher.
and you just know, like Sam's on right now.
Because that wasn't
If he
carrying
just
far
shuts
enough.
that
The
face
ones that
just
went
a little
higher
bit,
were just
he's
going
on-
so
he's
much
on it,
further.
and he's off by just.
I can't
would say
quite
a
remember
half
how far
degree
that one
at
went.
The absolute most.
We'll see in a second. 397. But it's a
Don't
perfect
have a number
ball.
back from Johnson on that hop. It was an OB ball.
Whew.
I was just desperate to get
Final
it
ball
higher.
here.
Owen Meeds 397.
Sean Johnson just left
Oh,
it
See,
out.
look, so this is
Owen Meeds.
launched not high
22.
enough. But the
I
ball
like the
speed is
height. I
probably
like
one of
the
my fastest
profile.
of the week. It won't.
Judah
Just won't go
213.
further.
That one looks like a little bit of a miss hit, but that one's flirting down the right side. We're looking at the flags, and he's riding the flags right now. It's a left to right wind. Let's take a peek.
So what I reckon on that last one is the one before I've
Based
hit
off
it
of, like,
not as well. It's
oh,
not carried as far,
394
but because it's
Sam
lower, it's
Judah.
got a bit of
That's
running. I hit
crazy.
the
That just
mounds.
shows you Owen Meeds
Yeah,
just hit a
well, they're
draw,
talking about the
222
crosswind now.
bullet into a crosswind, and Sam hit a slight miss hit that was only
But
3
that
yards
220,
behind
the
at
222 would have
213.
carried into the mound that it wouldn't have reached.
Means. Like 2 playoffs.
Yeah.
Back to
Yeah,
back.
we have- yeah. Well, that second playoff was a lot more entertaining than the first one. You know,
It was.
Verplank gets in at 62,
that
and the guys
win
go OB, and then
was
they
big-
just put on an
was big time
absolute
for me.
clinic. You know, that was a really good final.
Owen
with-
Meeds out the gate, putting one in play. And like you
and those numbers that he has to catch, he has
So
easily in the
on
tank.
this day, I was just
I
so
believe in him.
desperate to hit the fairway as much as I
Oh.
possibly
Ooh.
could.
Right down the middle. And he's like,
waving it.
Because then if I did make it through, it was
He's
just
like,
going to
"I'm
give me
over
the
it," but that was a
confidence to
decent
keep
ball.
going and hitting it harder.
That one's going to improve, which will put Connor Starrett on the ropes now. Antanasio's down to his last ball, or his tournament's going to be over here.
I would have seen that same speed a little bit higher.
This is crazy. Nick Vorback might get in right now. Will Hogue, holy cow, Nick Vorback is going to be in a playoff potentially with Sean Johnson, but Sean Johnson has to go OB. He has to go OB. But right now, Sam Antanasio is
So on
down
this
to his
last
last
ball, I knew
His
that
tournament
both
is
of
over,
them next to
along
me
with
had to hit a
Connor
good ball,
Starrett.
so I
They
thought
have
I'd
to
stand
at
and
least
watch.
second or better.
I want to
Connor
yell.
obviously
right.
took a bit longer than I
Let's see
expected.
it, Connor Starrett.
I looked up at the timer, it only had 2
he liked
seconds.
it.
I had
Boom.
to go.
What?
Giving us the energy
Didn't
right
matter
now.
anyway.
Last ball.
Absolute crunch
Kinda hit a good
time here
ball,
for
but it didn't quite
Connor
get me.
Starrett. He's got to go at least 385 yards or more in order to stay in this tournament. Antanasio is out. Is Sterrett still in? Drum roll.
Here we
go.
So I got
And
through.
then Owen Meeds.
This is the top
in slot
16 now.
number
It was
4.
absolutely stacked.
I just feel like he has more gas in the tank, and he hasn't showed us his top end speed. And he's really controlled at like 217, 218, and I've seen him run it up to 221, 222.
There I am cleaning my club
I
last
wouldn't
minute.
be surprised to see Owen Meeds sitting here in the low 220s.
Had
in
tee
this
marks
set.
over it all
Hits
week
a
as well. I
nice
just
ball
couldn't
right
get
to
him
left.
off.
He hits it high.
Couldn't be bothered to actually
And his
clean it
dispersion
properly.
is really, really tight. Watch out in slot number 4 because Owen Meeds can bring it. Sean Johnson, similar profile shot as Owen Meeds. And then Brandon Flynn looked awesome today. He sat at 211 to 213. Absolutely zero movement on that golf ball. Just blocking it out just a little bit right, fighting it, or trying down that right side and getting some rollout.
Yeah.
Flynn is super efficient, and he needs to be efficient. I would compare
So
him
everyone
to like
in this
a Bryson
top
DeChambeau,
16
where
has hit
DeChambeau made
220
two
ball
final
speed,
eights
so
the last 2 years.
it has to be the
at ball
fastest
speeds
top
lower than
16
220.
ever in the World
so
Championship.
Take a peek at Flynn because he's a guy that can get into the final 8, and he's got wins on tour.
He's also figured out what club works best, and so I think he's coming out the gate with that one. If he just sticks to his game plan, he'll be good. Sean Johnson, he's another one that could put up a really high one.
It's a decent ball here. but
Owen Meeds.
Owen Meeds. I said he is going to be tough. He's going to be tough heads up because he hits the ball so straight.
See, that's 219. It's just not high
Flynn,
enough.
214. Nice ball here.
I was
How much
desperately
is he
trying to
fighting
get it
win?
higher.
Not much. The flags. I'm getting confused. There's one downwind. There's one going right.
There
There's
is.
one going left.
I just had that mental block
And
of
then we
because
have
I was
the ones
hitting
on
it
the
so
bridge that
straight
are
and so
straight into
good.
it.
It's like, what's
We
I
don't
didn't
going
know,
on?
want to
but
change my swing
he's
to force it
playing
up in the air.
It looks like he played it well. We'll
That
see
ball
what that
looked
comes
like
That
back.
222
Stayed in
by
here for a while
Sean
with
has
Flynn as
it's
well.
got to have been his
I like the
fastest
last
ball all
one by
week.
Martin Borgmeyer.
All right, Martin Borgmeyer. Ball number 5, OB. So the world number 1, world number 2, and the first couple balls have struggled to get one in play. Looks like Borgmeyer likes it. 218. This
There we
one's
go.
in. There we go. Marty Borgie, 240, throwing it down that left side of the grid. Slot number 3. So we'll have a little bit of time
So I
off
did
in
end
this
up
next
winning
set.
that last set.
Ooh, Castro
Here you go. You got
again.
Cole.
There he is, and he's
Absolutely
hit it
dialed
straight.
in.
Castro's dangerous when he hits it straight.
Such a
He
good
won
ball.
out
220
in
miles
Memphis.
in the air.
I always say this: a grid where you can hit a draw or fit your eye for a draw. Big ball from Zach Holton.
Jeez.
Castro's just hitting it. He's hitting it so high.
Zach had a lot
These
of
are
fans
bombs
out
right
there in
now.
the VIP
These are
section,
absolute
all-
bombs from Colton Castro.
All on the drink. He must have got the most
wow,
cheers all week.
393.
See, there you go. I got that one up in the air, and I bet it
Oh,
goes
it
further.
needs-
I can't actually quite remember.
Look at these numbers
the
here:
distance,
219,
but-
218.
Just has to. That's how it was
216.
working all week.
All the boys are starting to step up, and you're going to start seeing them hitting it straighter when they're on. I mean, these guys train at these speeds, like even faster. So these setups are dialed in for them going full throttle. They really
Without a
truly
doubt.
are.
And honestly, if you miss it just a little bit, it's hard to get through.
Yep. All right, Owen Meeds, 417. Said, don't want to see an OB set from Meeds. He's
There it
kid's
is.
super talented. Holden,
Finished the set off
4-17.
well. One thing I didn't talk about as well is they had a
408.
little
Greg
AstroTurf
Knoll looks like
mound
he's
where
gonna
to
go
put the
OB.
ball, obviously for the
Here we
5
go.
scopes.
Here you go. I mean, look at this. Jack Smith, Owen Meeds, Kyle Berkshire, and Bryce
And
for playing.
I started off the first day with the tee
really
claw,
is.
and I just could not get my
Can't
club
see
to sit
Kyle's
right.
ball here.
It was teed up, it ended
Yeah,
up
that
being a
last
bit
set,
high,
Everybody 400 or more.
and got to
Owen
the second
Meeds with
day,
just
and
a
I just
smoothie.
stuck the.
Jack Smith with a miss hit.
They
Looks like he doesn't even
are
try.
the whatever the
Owen
blue and
Meeds
white
is
tees are.
Buttery.
Something and
He
3
really is.
quarters.
That kid's a
Can't remember
stud.
what they are now. 83 mils.
He's
That's
long,
it.
he's lanky.
83 mil tee straight in the
Smith,
back
Owen
of it,
Meeds.
and it just
OB
sat so
right.
much nicer. And since then, I
That's
just
it
felt so much
for-
more
for
comfortable on the
Meeds.
grid.
Just going to regroup. And the good thing is, like I said, Meeds is going to have 225 points.
Apart from the OB
So,
round, that was
Berkshire
probably the
Off in
worst set I
pass of,
had.
Like, the further
370
you
to
hit
start,
it,
and then just
Yep.
couldn't get a better one
you
out
need
there.
more
those
space.
angles
Those
get
angles.
So I have to have
tighter
a better
and
set
tighter
now.
and
You need
tighter.
a baseball
Yeah.
field.
All right, we got a big set here for Owen Meeds. Meeds is sitting at 225. A win would put him at 425. I mean, Owen Meeds, just imagine if he gets in right now with
Imagine.
a 379 ball and wins the set. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I think a couple guys are going to go a little bit farther. But
Well, I think he just hit ball a little bit further.
That recoil from JJ just makes me believe that he hit that one in play.
Owen Meeds, 217, right down that left side.
Costello's down to his last ball. Justin James' ball is OB. Wow, can Owen Meeds really sneak in here with
there
the
it is, 410, Owen Meeds.
Boy, good job. All right,
I was trying to ramp up speed there, 221.
Confident.
Okay, if you're going to watch a set,
You know, like
I've kept the whole set in here. Me and James to get to the top
right
8.
now, yeah, Tate is just
James is in.
on another planet right
He
now, just hitting a lot
was
of balls.
desperately
in play.
trying to knock me out.
Just been
And he gave it a
ultra
very good
consistent.
effort.
Very impressive. Meeds
Watch the top left
is
now.
at
I think this is James's ball.
425. A win from Meeds would put him at 625.
There you go, 220
Sam
down the middle.
Judah.
He's hitting it so good.
He still has a fighting chance. He's going to need some
With
help.
the sword.
James Tate with a sword right there. 220. Triple T down that right side. It's my boy. I love it. James is the man. I can tell you right now.
It's the last set.
He is the most relaxed dude in this tournament all week. Maybe besides me. But I didn't hang out very long, on that grid. Triple T at 419.
Sam Judah showing up at 402.
So I ended up having to win this set to get to the top
James
8.
has looked so
I've
relaxed.
just spoiled it.
And that's his personality, too. He is just an awesome dude. And like I said, if you go to St. Andrews, give him a call. Go hit some balls. Go chip some drivers with him. Like this ball from Wes Patterson.
That's the best ball I hit all week.
But Owen Meeds, bang.
Right when I needed it.
Right down the middle. Meeds is starting to step on the gas here. This is a big ball from Owen.
But almost similar.
He needs to. He needs
So
to
if I'd beat Sam and come second, I wouldn't have got into the top 8. I'd have missed out.
He needs to beat Judah.
It was so tough.
Because he would have
So tough to get in
475
the top
points. I
8.
just feel like that's way too close right now. Meeds' fourth ball is huge.
There you go,
I
have
don't know if he
another.
hit it high enough. I really don't. 420, bang. Owen Meeds. Now he's
Another
climbing the
one.
ladder. He's
He said,
climbing
if
the ladder.
that's not good enough, I'm going to give you another one.
There we go.
But
We
James
asked.
Tate's fifth
Look, I was
ball,
absolutely gutted
I think
here.
might be the longest.
My 420 came up on the screen,
Dialed.
and the commentators didn't
I love
notice,
it.
but that's me shouting Tate and pointing at the
It
screen,
looks
getting
like
him to look
two
at me
boys
beating him
from
by a
the UK
yard.
are going to be in. They're going to
two
be on
calmest-
TV.
Guy,
Yeah,
they
the
didn't
two
notice
calmest
that.
dudes in the tournament.
Thought that was hilarious.
All right. Drum roll.
One more.
If everything stays the same, Owen Meeds and James Tate.
Owen Meeds,
That
an
kid
even
is
faster
dangerous,
ball.
man. That kid is dangerous. He really is.
and he did it putting 5 balls out of 6 in play.
Look at Tate. Finally, he's like, you know what? I'm going to step on the gas here and go 223.9. If Tate needs it, he's got it. He was 222 to
That last
225
set
on
was
day one.
the biggest adrenaline rush
But,
I've ever
yeah, I'm going
had.
to give the old golf clap to the boys from the UK. They're in. Owen Meeds, James Tate. You have punched your ticket.
I made it onto Golf
But
Channel
not
with that
silly.
set.
Lee
Had to win.
Cox. Look at this.
With Kyle Berkshire up next after the break. Sean Johnson goes up with a rather unknown in World Drive. Excited to
So
see
Golf
Owen
Channel
hit.
debut now. This is the top 8. I'm sure a lot of you will know what happened, but I won't spoil anything.
Back in Atlanta, Bobby Jones Golf Course, the host this year. World Long Drive Championship, on to our third quarterfinal matchup. Sean Johnson, world number 8, going up with Owen Meeds, world number 48 from Cambridge, England. And Meeds only hit in the United States just once this year. Excited to see Meeds get it going.
Alrighty, we have the number 3 seed from England, Owen Meeds. He'll be going head-to-head with the number 6 seed from Colorado, Sean Johnson.
6'7", Sean Johnson is a guy that played collegiate baseball, was drafted by the Cubs, had to deal with some injuries, went from baseball to long drive.
And baseball feeds long drive for sure. Definitely at 6'7", I'm anxious to see the arc in his golf swing. Again, Owen, like you said, has only hit over here one time and had a top 16.
Oh yeah, I should also mention when they put my height on there at 6'4", Elon got it wrong. I'm 6'6".
So, definitely
Thanks
the
for that.
final 8 need not apply if you're not going to hit it 400 yards.
By the way, you mentioned Sean being 6'7". In his own words, he described himself. He said, growing up, I described my body figure as a baby giraffe. It's long, it's lengthy. He can produce a ton of power with that frame.
And I look also here, he's played a lot of hockey. And when you play hockey, especially as a youth player, you can retain that angle, you can have that lean, and then you can absolutely have that flick of power. And that is what he's got.
Meeds out of the gate, and that one will be out of bounds left.
So the players get a minute 15 for 3 shots, and he's timing as well. It's a flat push right there, 2:13.
Camera stopped there, so you might have missed me for a second, but I was happy with my first ball. Over-adjusted on the second, ended up missing it right.
Sends the field. I'm still thinking back about that shot with Berkshire. Darn near a quarter mile. I mean, that sends a message.
You've got somebody to go up against in your match, but it lingers, I can only imagine, Art.
And this one was rubbish.
So
this
there's
one.
a left, right, left start. We don't like that right there. That's what do I have today except nerves is really what that is.
That wasn't nerves. That was
Johnson?
just first set. Still warming up. I had all week I struggled in my first set.
3 balls.
And with
Takes a
somebody
second
without
to get your eye in
experience
on the
of Owen,
grid.
if Johnson can put up a number in these first 3 balls, it will make Owen really reach. It's very critical, these first 3 shots. If he goes 0 for 3 and they're in a 3-ball match, it's totally different than if he can put a number up near 400 yards.
World Long Drive Rookie of the Year in 2022 was Shawn Johnson.
So a lot of different styles here. He didn't have the foot movement that the other players do, but he's definitely swinging out of those shoes right there.
I'm not sure I've ever seen someone with more gloves in my life.
Right.
Got 2 on. He's got 2 in the back pocket.
Big turn right there. Squat down. And definitely the left foot's going back even with the right foot right there. That's a big spin out. Let's see if he can swing right through this golf ball and send it right down Main Street. Right back at the pitcher would be nice.
There you go. It's got a chance.
He hit this ball really good. 151 on club speed. That should land in. See if it stays in.
There you go.
That was
just what you said, Art.
Very critical shot right there. And in the match play, that's a much needed par if you compare it to golf. I mean, you don't have to eagle or double eagle or make a birdie. That was a great par shot for him to put heat on Owen. And shot 4 and 5 are critical for Owen Meeds right here.
See if he can get one in the grid's got to catch 398. He's eyeing this one.
That wind change, that's down now. That's good. This is close.
That's over 400. That is going to do it. That looks like 402 for Meeds.
Huge shot. Huge. And wasting no time, says, I'll send one more out there.
That one well left. So down to his final ball.
And again, 45 seconds left. As he gets on in the competition, he's going to back off here. It's nice to separate those shots right at about 25 seconds each.
Going to need a little wind help here. It's going to be right.
So I absolutely smoked this one. 222, 153 club. Switch, you see where it ends up.
Again, you see the shots on the left. They're kind of hitting into that hill. They will not go as far as that right side.
We've talked to some of the competitors.
I can't believe that ended up 392, how well I hit it.
That's a long
It was a nice height and everything.
Absolutely,
I wonder if I just overdrew it or something. Because that 402 wasn't struck anywhere near as good.
Yeah, season long for Shawn, 465 earlier this year. Gonna need something 403 or better.
Bogey left.
Two swings left.
He's really losing his balance. So what's happening on the downswing is the whole upper torso is opening way left. and you get a two-way miss there. If the club face is closed, the ball goes left. If it's open, it's going right. He's got to try to calm the upper body down that split second so the club could drop in the slot.
This one's got to go 402 or better. It's got a chance.
218 on ball speed. He's got plenty of speed.
When he hit this, I didn't think there was any chance he could beat me because it's on the exact same line as I just hit it 4 mile an hour faster.
It's going to be really close. It might be 403.
And somehow.
And if those golf balls are within 6 inches, they will have a playoff. So they're going to get the tape out for sure right here. Go from that line to the middle of the ball. And if they're within 6 inches, they will have a playoff.
How about that swing from
Sean
Johnson?
So they called it back 402.
Especially down the left side, that was hit.
Well,
those were big.
There's no point watching the rest, really, is there? They measured it. He beat me by 2 foot. I couldn't believe
really
it,
think
but
he's got it.
well done, Sean. I
think
hate
it's more
you.
than 6 inches. That's my guess. I really kind of think Johnson was deeper past that 400 line. There's that hump in that fairway. They're going to go to the other side. That's why they keep that golf ball down. And I think he's got it. I really do.
Art, you think about the numbers in long drive. You think about 400, 450, 480, 490. It's going to come down to inches here in this quarterfinal matchup.
Right. Sean Johnson got that one by 2 feet.
Wow. 2 feet is all it took.
So you hit it 1,200 feet and you win by 2 feet. That's a nice par 4.
It's still somehow a game of inches, I guess.
Yes.
A couple of clutch moments, Art, already. Here's the swing.
Absolutely. And he held his balance here. I like how he had
There
that
you go.
back
I'm
to
gone.
the target.
I'm out of there.
Just timed his jump there, Shane, and he knew it when he hit it. 218 on the ball, 151 on the club head speed.
Okay, so that was painful to rewatch the end of that, but I was happy with where I ended up in the end. I'd have taken it before going out there. Obviously, I got all that way. I wanted to go all the way to the end. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I hope you enjoyed. We will be back. I'll be back next year. Hopefully, I can go a little bit further than I did this year in the World Champs. Maybe win an event in the season as well out in America would be nice. So like and subscribe, and see you next vid.